I'll never forget, I was in college and my mom came to visit me, and growing up the child of a pediatrician, when the pediatric journal came to our house every month, whatever was on the cover, that's what I had that month. So I was a little bit of a hypochondriac. So going away to school, I was convinced that something was going to happen while my mom wasn't around. So that was when they were putting up the ads about, the PSAs about doing your breast exam once a month on the same day every month, and I was convinced, okay, that's my new thing. I have breast cancer, I'm in college. So my mom came up for Parents Weekend to visit me, and I told her, I said, I have to break the news to you. I think I have breast cancer. And she looked at me like I was crazy, because before I'd had who knows whatever else I had. And whatever else I didn't have, she told her patients that I had to make them feel better. So I've had a little bit of everything. But she showed me how to do a breast exam, and she did one on herself. And when she did, that's when she felt something. Wow. So she has me to thank for saving her life with the early diagnosis. But from that point where we knew that my mom had breast cancer, everything was different. And people who have experienced living with breast cancer, or being a family member or a loved one of someone who has breast cancer, understands it's a new normal. Your whole life gets turned upside down. You're not yourself. You don't feel yourself, but you still have a lot of the same obligations. The mortgage doesn't take a day off because you have breast cancer. The kids don't have, it's not like they can stop going to school. Everybody has to eat. All of the things that you have to do have to keep going, but you're just not in the position to do it all for yourself. And that's where the Red Devil comes in. In 40 hospitals around the Baltimore area, they step in and fill in that gap. And I'm just so grateful for the Red Devils, for what they do for families around our region. We're blessed. We have a very big family, and we were able to stand with my mom and support my mom. But not everybody has that, and the Red Devils is there for those people. So I am very, very grateful for the opportunity to stand with you and support the Red Devils, and ask you to take your checkbooks out and support the Red Devils, because you just cannot take it for granted what it means to have, you can't take it for granted what it means to have someone there when you're in your moment of need. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my mom, who can speak firsthand about the importance of having support when you're going through cancer. You want to stand up, Mommy?
Yeah. First, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to support this very, very worthy cause. And I want to thank Dean and Laurie for sponsoring it. It's just so important that we help them raise the money that they need for the Red Devils. Now, Stephanie told you a little bit about my diagnosis, her diagnosis. And it's true. It couldn't be, I can't change it. It's true. It's exactly the way it happened. And I was in Oberlin, and it took me a day and a half to get back home so that I could talk to the doctor. And he felt it. He said, I'm not sure, he always called me Nina, I'm not sure, Nina, that's not, you know, I had already signed my death certificate. That's from a day and a half. That's how devastating it is just to think about cancer. And thank goodness it was found in time. I had very good treatment. I had Dean to reconstruct. And the main thing I had through all of this was the support. I could talk on and on and on about the support I had, but I had my family would go with me for my chemotherapy. I never spent 1 minute in the hospital by myself. Not, you know, somebody was always with me. But whatever I needed, my family was there. And I talked to several of the patients who were undergoing the adriamycin, the Red Devil chemotherapy, and I was told that some days they couldn't even think straight. So you know they needed help. They needed help with child care, housework, laundry, just sitting with them sometimes when they're really, really down. All of this costs money. Sometimes your insurance pays for it. Most of the time it doesn't pay for it. That kind. And one of the things that they paid for a little boy to go to camp. Wasn't that wonderful? It's so hard for a child to sit around, everybody else is having fun, and they're watching their mother get sicker and sicker. So I hope that you pull out your checkbooks, buy some art, make some bids, do whatever you can.
Don't bid on your item.
Use your charge cards and be as generous as possible for this very, very worthy cause. Thank you.
We have a very special surprise that the mayor and her mother are not aware of. And maybe we don't often surprise the mayor very often. I'm telling you, you're beautiful alone.
Yes, you're spectacular. Oh, pretty classic.
Are you on?
Yes.
Present this to her.
Okay. This is something special that I've made. Okay. It's one of my pieces of art. There are two pieces, one for each of you. Obviously, you understand the history of this family. Okay? The name of the pieces is Charmed. Obviously, it's a charming family for a charmed city. You understand what community is all about. This is all about breast cancer, supporting the families of a wonderful city that is given to us, and we're giving back to them. Thank you so much.